Hey there, hey, this is Michelle with Brilliant Quest, and I want to ask you, are you greedy? Now, you don't have to answer, but if you're greedy and you don't want to be, this is for you. So keep watching. So, I'm going to be talking to you today a little bit about some um, biological and then mental stuff that is going to help you. And I want to cut to the chase and say the biggest reason why you don't want to be greedy is because when you're greedy, you put yourself in a deficit of getting what you need and what you want. So we got to stop that right now. And I'm saying this because there are a lot of people who are survival based greedy, meaning out of your lack, you hold on to the little you do have. And it is a problem. There are certain laws and tenets that are of the spiritual nature that you break them and you get the retribution. And one of those laws is the law of sowing and reaping. And I'm going to tell you, most people struggle with this. And I'm putting this out because, first of all, I love you. And I want you to have resources to try to help yourself get out of the messes that you find yourself in. And one of them is greed. Greed is one of the seven sins, if you will, slothfulness and all those different ones. But greed is one. And more people are greedy and don't know it. There used to be a time when we knew that, oh, I'm greedy, and I'm saying we, meaning society. But in this century, especially, a lot of people are extremely greedy and selfish and don't even realize it. And it is causing way more problems. And if you don't stop, it's going to be the ruination of you. I know, using that old word, ruination. I might as well say tarnation too. Anyway, so greed. A lot of the greed that we're experiencing right now is survival based. And when I say survival based, Maslow's hierarchy of need, and I'll try to put the graphic of it right here. It was by a psychologist, Maslow, and he came up with this in the 40s, 50s. And what he did was he tried to give us a roadmap for understanding our hierarchy of needs, meaning these are the things that we need to take care of before we can really entertain the things that we want. And so he started with the base of the pyramid, which are the basics. This is, in order to exist, you need what? You need air. Then what? You need water. Then what? You need food. Then what? You need shelter. And so Maslow said, this is what you basically have to have here in order to not become a ghost. Okay. You have to have these things. So these are your basic needs. Then after that, you need security. So security is going to be protection from other people, aggressive animals, the elements. And so that's where you get locks on your door to your house. That's where you get identity theft protection, protection from thieves, safes, and all of that kind of stuff. And then the third one of the pyramid is love and belonging. That's where societally we need to have interaction with others. We don't do well without interacting with each other. And so that's the love and belonging one. And then after that, when you get up to self-actualization, altruism, and the like, where you become more and more powerful, more and more impact, if you will. But these three lower levels are where, we spend, most of our time. And so the more we have pressure to take care of ourselves, the basic needs and shelter and protection and even love and belonging, the more efforting you have to do, the more lack comes, and thus you become stingy and you hold on. And then if you stay in it too long, the more you're stingy, the more you become greedy. For every little bit you can get, you hold on to it. And greed is not good because the very things that you're trying to hold on to slip through your grasp. There's an old saying that says it's really hard to give something to a closed fist. And greed is this, and this is not. Greed also causes you to close up. And the more closed you become, the more you close yourself off to the very things that you want to get. There is a point where conservative turns into a prison, just like being more open and liberal turns into a prison. You have to find that sweet spot. I've done a video about finding your sweet spot. You can watch it up there. Okay. And so with our survival-based greed, more and more people are fighting for what they quote unquote used to have. They're working harder. They're not sharing as much. They are hoarding and they are trying to get for themselves. A great example of survival-based greed, excuse me, that's another video. A survivor-based greed is when the P word happened. And what did you see? You saw people running to the stores and buying out necessities. Why was there a toilet paper run? I mean, come on, let's face it. You saw people who were greedy. You saw people who wanted to not just hoard it for themselves, but if they shared it with you, they were going to price gouge you. And you knew that's why they were hoarding the paper. And I would look at certain instances that appeared on media. And I even said at the time, I said, give it 5 years and that person will be destitute, because you can't live a life like that and get more. It is the weirdest thing that greed will pimp you and make you think that you're being wise. It'll trick you and make you think that I'm just providing for myself and my family. I'm just providing insurance for a rainy day. When no, you are stopping the flow of resources and energy for all. When you are greedy, you stand against the law of sowing and reaping. And last time I checked, you can't fight against the wind. You can't fight. You can't box with, what they say, your arm's too short to box with God. Shout out to Black literature. But anyway, you want to make sure that you identify the areas. And I know it is hard to be open and sharing when you don't have much, when the little you do have is not even enough for you. And that is where the conundrum lies. So let me give you a few little insights on how you can stop the greedy monster from taking over your life and causing you to have even less. The first thing you can do is stop making it all about money and things. The most important asset you will ever have in this world is time. The world has a way of telling you what's important. And money comes and goes because it's energy. But time, you can never get it back. And so if you want to break the greedy monster from taking over your life, look at places where you can use your time wisely. And not only use your time wisely, gift your time as well. You might think, oh, okay, so I'm going to go volunteer at this place where I'm going to help feed the homeless. That might not be a good use of your time. Now, stick with me. I have a point here. It might not be a good use of your time because your heart might not be in the right place, because whether you realize it or not, you're looking down. And you're saying, well, at least I'm not like them. I'm above them, so I'm going to go help them. You might not want to go do that. Instead, what you might want to do is you might want to find something that causes you to give out of you being on the same level. It's hard to help somebody. And when you're on that same level, because you're like, why are you asking me? I'm trying to do just like you, that kind of thing. Time. I have found, okay, and this one is personal. I don't know if this will help for you, but I have found that there were times when someone needed me to help them move, and that's labor. And child. And I was younger, okay, so it's not like right now. And I would I don't want to do this, but I noticed I wasn't being blessed. I wasn't getting the opportunities that I was looking for, and I didn't have money. But what I did have was transportation and labor. And it happened more than once. That's how I remembered. I was like, there's something to this. I went and I helped my friends. And at first the guy was like, don't worry about it. We'll put everything, just let us use the car and you can do whatever. But I saw them struggling with stuff, and they did not have good organization. They didn't know how to pack. So I started, this is the first one. I started going in and helping them and reorganizing the boxes so they could get more stuff in the boxes, because they didn't have a lot of boxes. And I'm like, you can't put that in a trash bag. That's going to tear. Just different little things of bringing a little bit of organization to it. And I ended up helping them pack. Wore out, right? So I help them pack. We drive my car, their cars and everything in. And I actually help them bring everything in and stuff. And I am tired. I am sore. Do you know? And we were in school. We were in grad school. Do you know this lovely couple that I did not want to help, but I was like, Michelle, you're getting a little greedy out of your survival, stuff. This couple's parents, the parents sent me a gift card to thank me. Do you know? The parents sent a gift card that if I had charged them would have been almost 3 times what I would have charged for my hourly labor. And the parents were like, they're so independent. They try to do everything on their own, but they mentioned you and that you were the only one of their friends who showed up and how much you did. And I was just like, I know you're lying. I used my time. I didn't have to go and be like, oh, come buy y'all boxes and I'm going to, help you with, paying for a mover. No, I used my time, and my time was worth so much that the law of sowing and reaping came back, and baby, oh honey, I reaped a harvest of plenty. And so I kind of want to just make sure that we snap out of this. The only way we feel like the only way we cannot be greedy is to give money. And that might be the case, but a lot of times it's in your time. It's in your sharing. It's in, if a person comes to you, and I'm paraphrasing here. If a person comes to you and they are in need and you have the resources or the way to help them, don't send them away and say, go have faith, my brother or sister. Help them. That is more for you because it helps you to tap into an infinite supply of what you need. Me, taking time to research and make sure that I'm giving you the best that I can at this time with the resources that I have is me sowing so that I will reap. Yeah. I can, we, none of us that I can say are really on this particular platform just as a video diary. No, I am sharing to serve you, to give you the best I got so that I can tap into the great I am, to make sure that my needs are met, to make sure that I want for nothing, because I can never get this time back. But I want to use it in a way that helps me to not get got by the greedy monster, of not hoarding, of not shrinking in and becoming smaller and cutting myself off for all of the abundance of the universe that it has to offer. Do you know already? And I'll tell you right now, this is, let me make sure I got the right, okay, 23, 31, 54. This is the 55th day of, at this particular time when I'm recording, this is the 55th day that my YouTube channel has been in existence. 55th. And already, I am being so blessed. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna cry. The comments, some of the social media messages where you found me and you told me what this has done for you. Oh my gosh, I am not gonna be up here ugly crying, y'all. That's not in my notes. You can't outbeat this law. You cannot. Don't be greedy. Don't be so much in your survival thinking that that you just gotta get, that you gotta hoard, that you gotta just make it to that bag. Don't do that, because oh gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I did not mean to start crying, but I just need you to know that this is real. I am not telling you some theory pie in the sky. I'm telling you the real. I'm telling you from the instances I had it before, and I'm telling you that this is so powerful. This is my road to coming back. I even talked about starting over in my big age, in my 50s, and already, like I said, this is a baby channel, 55 days today. And the kind words, we out here with you, girl. We got you. I would have, and some of you, you're my family. I've never met you, but I refuse to call you stranger, because you are there for me. I feel the support. I feel you rooting for me. I feel you getting your tea and be like, okay, we're going to watch Michelle today. I feel you taking a chance to stop by and leave me a like, give me a comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you to those people who are sending me the messages telling me how you're sharing my videos to others. I appreciate you. I see you. And I always send you love, blessings, and good vibrations. And so I'm going to end this because I'm not supposed to be out here crying like this. But don't be greedy. Don't fall into the greed monster's trap. Don't hold on to the little bit you got, thinking that you'll never get more if you don't hold on. Be willing to get out there and share yourself. And I don't want this to sound cliche-ish, share and give and you'll get even more back. But it is the truth. When you give out of what you have, I have time that I'm willing to not sacrifice, but to sow into helping you be better, to helping you to be so mentally sharp and refined and powerful and self-managed that we change this world through our brilliant quest. I really am. So, okay. And for those of you who have made it to this point and saw me cry, it's all good. I'm old enough to be okay and not have to have my ego be perfect, because I've been through hell, and crying a little bit, that's the least I can do. All right. So I want you to, watch this next video where I'm going to continue to give my best and show up, and go watch it so you can help yourself on your brilliant quest. There is no excuse. You are able to make and craft the mind that you want to have the life that you deserve. So that's it. This is Michelle, your big sis with Brilliant Quest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Now go watch the next one. Bye.